It's Saturday morning in Salt Lake City, Utah. That means one thing, wrestling at the Gateway. This is Devotion Championship Wrestling. Hi, folks. I'm Lauren Gardner. Welcome to Utah's premier professional wrestling. In our opening contest, Andrew Sowell defends his faux unsanctioned title against the Homeboyzzz in a handicap match. Also, Josh Glade is cashing in on his title shot to go against Tombstone Jesus for the Core Championship. And in our main event, after coming to the aid of his wife Rekete Haka last episode, Manny Lemons seeks vengeance against Porter Blake in a DCW Championship match. And now we turn backstage as the Black Horsemen are with our cameras. Introducing first, from someplace better than this dumpster fire of a town, Andrew Sowell!
I am inevitable.
As far as I'm concerned, this is just a handicap match. It's not an actual title match, as this Devotional Sowell Worldwide Infinity Championship has no merit with the Athletics Commission, has no merit with DCW. It's not a real thing. And his opponents, at a total combined weight of 369 pounds, Atiba and Zim Damascus, the Homeboyzzz. I wonder if Andrew Sowell didn't weigh in tonight because he didn't want people to know that he had a weight advantage in a handicap match. It'd be interesting to go back and look at former stats between these competitors. Our official tonight, junior official Ian Mitchell, the referee tasked with trying to keep law and order established in this contest. The Homeboyzzz known for not necessarily adhering to the rules of the squared circle, and we all know Andrew Sowell makes the rules up as he goes. Andrew Sowell finally getting into the ring, able to hopefully get this contest started. He says, "Show everyone my title." Yeah. This is a mockery of our well-established and prestigious titles that we already have, being the Core Championship, the Tag titles, and the DCW Championship. The Homeboyzzz have been on a bit of a hot streak lately. They are faring well in handicap matches. They recently beat Mean Mike in a handicap contest when Mike's partner just kind of disappeared into the ether. The bell, and we are on our way. Andrew Sowell, numbers-wise, at a disadvantage. Reach and weight, I would say, an advantage for him. Andrew Sowell, you know, don't take his chicanery as ignorance. The man understands the rules so well that he manipulates them like a puppet master to his own advantage. Oh, but Zim Damascus deciding not to buy in to this tomfoolery and is jumping right into it. Sowell moves to the outside of the ring. And I think Zim Damascus is going to go for a tag here and let Atiba. No, he's not. He's saying, "Get back in." Okay, I'll let you get in as you want. Sowell's telling him that he wants him in the other corner instead. I'm just wanting the match to start, for crying out loud. He says, "Do it because I said so." That's kind of the MO. No, Sowell tags Atiba, but he's not part of their team. It doesn't work that way. The Homeboyzzz having to tag Sowell, having no one to tag. Zim taking advantage of the, well, we'll call it assumed confusion of Andrew Sowell. And Atiba is tagged in. And Atiba, a master of martial arts, quick strikes, and the two of them now using Sowell as their own personal Wing Chun. The official saying he's in the corner, and Zim, you've been tagged out, so let's make this happen. Okay, that now Zim tags back in. This is the number advantage that I was talking about earlier. Sowell comes off of the ropes, and a tandem flapjack. Well done by the Homeboyzzz. Damascus goes off the ropes into a wheelbarrow-assisted senton. I am highly impressed by what the Homeboyzzz have been able to string together early on in this match. 1, 2, and a hand on the rope. Sowell, the one with definitely the most ring experience here, using that ring IQ to his advantage. He's going to need something to his advantage right now because so far everything is coming up to Homeboyzzz. Atiba back into the team's own corner. Tag is made to Zim Damascus. The two now striking their kung fu pose and again using Sowell as their own personal Wing Chun. Whoa, Atiba pushing our junior official. Zim Damascus, oh my gosh. You can hear the fans not happy with that. And that's it, folks. The Homeboyzzz have been disqualified for laying hands on the official. I would say that's the right move. Say what you want about Andrew Sowell. He actually legitimately won. I mean, it was by disqualification, but it wasn't through cheating or bending the rules. I mean, he did it. Andrew Sowell so happy that he was able to win. He wants to celebrate. I mean, I guess I won. Yes, you. Well, I don't know if you won, but you didn't lose. If that makes sense. Andrew Sowell winning tonight and retaining the quote-unquote Devotional Sowell Worldwide Infinity Championship. We turn our cameras now backstage.
You can follow instructions. You can learn. And look what happened. You almost took out Tombstone for good. Well, tonight, you get that opportunity. Okay? You are cashing this in. You're going to go in there, and you're going to cave Tombstone in. Glade, do not let me down. You know what that means, huh? Is there anything in there? You big sack of stupid? Show me you know.
Introducing first, weighing in at 350 pounds, Josh Glade!
We saw recently William Cutting fired Dr. Psycho from the trio, and so now Josh Glade has been just unleashed on DCW by William Cutting, which culminated in their attack on Tombstone Jesus last week.
And his opponent, he is the reigning and defending core champion, Tombstone Jesus!
Tombstone Jesus runs from the front of the ring, coming through the fans and attacking Josh Glade from behind. The bell has been sounded, and we are on our way already. Holy smokes, Tombstone Jesus is not messing around tonight. He has come in strong and fast and with something to prove. Definitely wanting to give retribution for what happened last week as William Cutting and Josh Glade attacked Tombstone Jesus as he was going out to his truck. And right now we are seeing, oh my gosh, the freedom that Josh Glade is experiencing. This severely more aggressive, more violent, almost uncontrollable Josh Glade is the product of the so-called freedom that William Cutting said he was going to give Josh Glade by taking over for Dr. Psycho. And You know, I believe this is the 1-year anniversary since these two first stepped into the ring together, that being Josh Glade and Tombstone Jesus. And now scooped up onto his shoulder, slammed down goes Tombstone Jesus. Josh Glade definitely in control of this match so far, even if he's not in control of his own mind. William Cutting seems to be the one who has cut the strings that were holding him back. Tombstone trying to make some sort of offensive rebuttal right now, but a big headbutt from Josh Glade drops Tombstone. And Glade now up in his face, pulls him over, goes for 1, 2. Tombstone kicks out at 2. Our official tonight, junior official, Kid Ref, everyone's favorite, Kid Ref, was in position to count those pinfall attempts. And now the fans clearly behind Tombstone Jesus. Is it going to be enough to... Oh, it is not enough. Tombstone will need all the collective positive energy the Tombstoneverse has if he's going to want to try and come back against... Oh, Glade now pulls him up by his chest hair. And Tombstone Jesus now sledding right into the midsection of Josh Glade over and over, but the axe handle chop of Josh Glade, just one, is able to put Tombstone down on the mat. Glade now pulls Tombstone closer to the center of the ring, sets up for a big leg drop. That is a ham hock if I ever saw one, come right across the clavicle. And a kick out at 2 from Tombstone Jesus. If we're looking at output and input here, Josh Glade has definitely put less input into the damage. He is by far in the better stamina position to... Oh gosh, and now he's just pulling up Tombstone up against his hair. Oh my gosh. I don't pity our junior official Kid Ref right now, trying to maintain some semblance of normalcy here with Josh Glade in the ring. There's nothing normal about this monster, that's for sure. He now whips Tombstone Jesus into the turnbuckles, followed up, with a big clothesline. And Tombstone Jesus still on his feet, luckily for him, but perhaps only furthering the damage that Josh Glade wants to inflict on him. Whipped now into the corner. Josh Glade follows it up with another clothesline. Tombstone seemingly on spaghetti legs. Oh gosh, just pulling on the hair against the ropes. Our official administering a count to make sure that it is broken. It is broken indeed. Tombstone Jesus now whipped into the corner, and again, yes, another clothesline. How many more of these can Tombstone Jesus withstand? And those signature axe-handled chops coming from Josh Glade puts Tombstone down on the ground, and now just assisted by his own weight hanging off the ropes, just pressing a footprint right into the side of Tombstone's face. Tombstone has got to do something to counter this. Another whip into the corner. Oh, there he goes. Finally able to get out of the way of that devastating clothesline, goes for a lariat of his own, catches a front kick, spins him around, another lariat attempt, but not enough to bring this sequoia of a man down into a side headlock, wrenching the neck of Josh Glade. Tombstone Jesus finally able to put himself into an offensive position here. Facebuster off of his shin, and there's the lariat that brings the big man down. He's not going for a pinfall, but instead, vintage Tombstone Jesus, a classic elbow drop. One, kicked out at 1. Josh Glade able to kick out at 1. Definitely has more gas in the tank than any of us would have expected. Up to his knees and a right cross. Is that to the throat of Tombstone Jesus? Puts him down on his back, and Josh Glade again cutting, giving him the cut them out signal. What does this mean for Tombstone Jesus as Josh Glade gets him up? Oh, is he going for a fisherman driver here? He's got him and puts him up and over. Beautifully done. But, that's Dr. Psycho. What the? He's yelling at Josh Glade. Glade seemingly confused as to, well, I mean, I'm confused. Can't imagine what's going through Josh Glade's head. Glade now walking over to Dr. Psycho, but Dr. Psycho being chased out the door by William Cuddy. Meanwhile, Tombstone Jesus taking advantage of the confusion that's overtaken Josh Glade and goes for an over-the-mountain neck breaker. He goes for the pinfall. 2. That's it, folks. Tombstone Jesus remains your core champion. Well done. William Cuddy beside himself. And listen to the fans all happy with the outcome of this contest. We now turn to footage that was captured earlier today.
Get this straight, Porter Blake. Let me get this straight. As if a Samoan death match wasn't enough. As if getting beat pillar to pillar, post to post wasn't enough. As if getting a coconut cracked over your head wasn't enough. What'd you do? You went ahead and challenged Rekka to your own exhibition, a Taekwondo match. And in your own environment, you still simply couldn't get the job done. So what'd you do? You went to your own drastic measures and you tried to permanently hurt my wife! See, Porter, I made myself a promise, I made myself a vow. I would never, ever, ever get in my own wife's business. But the fact that you tried to permanently take her out, the fact that you tried to permanently hurt her, pisses me off! If this is what you want, Blake, if this is what you want, please come and get it! Come and get it, Blake!
God, you want me, Manny, huh? You want me? You want me? I'm right here! I'm right here! I'm right here! Good, Manny?
Introducing first, weighing in at 210 pounds, Porter Blake!
The Zao master himself, Porter Blake, preparing himself for battle against Manny Lemons. Lemons definitely heated after being attacked earlier today. This is going to be one heck of a match.
And his opponent, he is the reigning and defending Devotion Championship Wrestling Champion, Manny Lemons!
Manny Lemons, the man, the brand, the king of the lemonade stand, and our longest reigning DCW champion. No pomp and circumstance, no smiling and waving to the fans tonight. Manny Lemons is visibly upset and ready to get going against Porter Blake. Our official calls for the bell, and we are, oh my goodness, Manny Lemons springs off the line like a nose tackle and puts Porter Blake now into the turnbuckle over and over and over. Goes back across, does it again. The fans counting along. Manny Lemons definitely has something to prove tonight, giving Porter Blake a taste of Lemons' own turnbuckle style. Definitely seems to be matching the claw style right off the bat. Porter Blake on his knees, definitely discombobulated at this point. Manny Lemons is rearing and ready to deliver. Up on the shoulder. Oh, a rake of the eyes from the Clawmaster, and drops Manny Lemons. Lemons now rolling over to the apron. Blake now delivering his own tit for tat, stomping the chest and shoulder of Porter Blake. Our senior official, Johnny Utah Godfrey, administering the count that pulls him off, brings him back now, hooks his arm underneath the top rope, and we're gonna see his own, vicious sledgehammer chops. Oh, Manny Lemons rolls out to the outside of the ring. This is reminiscent of what happened last week between Porter Blake and Rekka Tahaka when they went outside of the ring. It did not end well for Rekka, that's for sure. Blake now sizing up Lemons, but Lemons quick to strike. A roundhouse from Lemons puts Blake now twice onto his heels. Comes off of the apron, another roundhouse. Blake, seemingly on spaghetti legs, rolls back into the ring, quickly goes off the ropes, and a running drop kick to the breadbasket of Manny Lemons has him outside of the ring on the floor, pulled back into the ring by Blake. Porter Blake is a master and a student of kinesiology. He understands the positioning of the body and how to do the most damage, as we see right there, stomping right into the shoulder. That's a broken clavicle, a separated shoulder waiting to happen. Now into a sleeper hold. Our official checking to make sure that the chin is in the crook right there, so it's still a legal hold. Porter Blake, also a master of grappling and mat manipulation. This is definitely the place he wants to be in this contest, but Manny Lemon's able to deliver a couple of well-placed elbows to break that sleeper hold. Lemons creates some distance, comes off the ropes. Oh, but a double-handed chop right into the thigh of Manny Lemons. Puts him down, and here is the classic Zhao style of Porter Blake. Right to the chest. He has just been working that chest over and his shoulders over throughout this whole night. Porter Blake knows what he's doing when he gets in the ring. He always has a plan. He's a man that forces his opponents to bring their A game. And a picture-perfect snap suplex. Manny Lemons is in deep, deep trouble right now. Porter Blake, oh gosh, right to the back of Manny Lemons. Manny Lemons wearing that weightlifter's belt support for his lower back, and Porter Blake pulling it off. Oh gosh, clawing at the kidneys. For anyone who has ever had a kidney punch or any sort of strike delivered to the kidneys, there is about nothing more tender out there than a vulnerable kidney, and Porter Blake is definitely taking advantage of that right now. The fans getting behind Manny Lemons. Manny up to his feet now, pulled into the center of the ring, and a right cross from Porter Blake, followed by a jab in kind from Lemons into another cross, and a roundhouse, delivering roundhouse strikes across there, a roundhouse across, a roundhouse across, a roundhouse, back and forth, tit for tat. These two gentlemen seem to be at an almost stalemate at this point, and Blake delivers his bread and butter, the Zhao claw, thrown off by Manny Lemons, only to be applied by the second hand, followed up by a European uppercut. A second European uppercut puts Manny flat on his back, and he is definitely not in a good place right now. Not in a good place in the least bit. And again, right back to those kidney shots, the lower back shots that Porter Blake has been targeting throughout the night. Manny Lemons visibly anguished and in pain, looking for some sort of reprieve at this point, but Porter Blake is relentless in his advance on this offensive attack he's got going for him right now, and rightfully so. For any competitor, when you've got the momentum on your end, you want to keep that pendulum swinging as far as you can. Porter Blake taking some time to trash talk right now. Can you imagine? He could end up being our DCW champion. That would change the face, the very being of Devotion Championship Wrestling. The fans not happy about the way things are going right now. Blake now, are we going to see his classic Zhao down right here? He's calling for it. Lemons barely up to his feet, able to dodge it. A giant lariato followed by a second. Lemons takes Blake into a fireman carry, and now a big Samoan drop in honor of his wife, Rekka Tehaka. 1, 2, 3. No, that was 2. Barely able to get a shoulder up, Porter Blake. Manny Lemons is feeling pumped up. The fans completely behind him. Back in to a fireman carry for a second, but countered again by Lemons. Lemons quickly now going for his secret weapon, but Blake administers the Zhao claw. Meanwhile, Manny is chomping in to the zest for life. Oh, he puts it into the mouth of Blake, and Lemons delivers a standing FTC. Our official 1, 2. That's all, folks. Manny Lemons remains your DCW champion. Manny Lemons not only able to defend his title this evening, but also to put Porter Blake in his place for messing with his wife, Rekka Tehaka. An amazing job and an amazing match. And thank you for tuning in to DCW's Wrestling at the Gateway. We'll be back next week with more action, including Mean Mike taking on the airborne Alex Anthony. The Brother Smith will defend their tag team titles against the Black Horsemen's the Homeboyzzz. And William Cutting will take on pineapple-clad Tom Chat, all next week, Saturday morning at 11 a.m. on Utah's CW30. On behalf of Devotion Championship Wrestling, I'm Lorden Gardner, and until next time, folks, stay devoted.
Brother, are you ready? Or we got our second title defense against the Homeboyzzz.
This is also true. But brother,
What?
they are from that dangerous neighborhood.
What neighborhood?
The neighborhood that our moms told us not to go down. They paint down there.
That neighborhood?
That is a very bad neighborhood.
That's a bad
That
neighborhood,
is a
brother.
bad neighborhood.
I think we have to say a couple prayers.
Oh, first, we gotta pray for that coronavirus.
Are you talking about the drink?
No. Remember, our Great Watch does not like us drinking that. And number two, make sure Bernie Sanders get the strength and the will to go on that journey.
Are you talking about the football player?
No,
He's
brother.
retired.
No, brother. We kneel here.
Oh, yeah, that's right, brother.
And number three, let's bow our heads,
bow
brother.
our heads, brother.
Watch your back, sucker!
Maybe you can get them back. I don't know. Let's go, man.
Fool humans, there is no escape.